What's up, guys? I'm back today with another Legend Bowl video on the channel, and in today's video we're back with another Legend Bowl experiment. For today's video we are going to be doing the entire league, all the quarterbacks in the league being 99 overall. So quickly in the background I'm going to show you guys all the first string, second string, and third string quarterbacks on every single team are 99 across the board. So quickly going to show you guys that here and then again on another screen. But just so you guys know, everybody is going to be, all the quarterbacks are going to be 99 overall. We're going to see how things go, see how the simulation goes, see if the teams end up scoring more points, see if quarterbacks throw more touchdowns or anything like that. So we'll see what happens, see what the wide receivers end up doing and everything like that, kind of seeing how everything's going to work. So let's get into this, see what happens, and hopefully we get some interesting results with this one. In the next episode of the experiments that I end up doing, we're going to be doing the entire league, all the quarterbacks in the league being a 1 overall and seeing how that happened, or seeing how the stats end up and how the league ends up after simming through that. So right now we're going to be simming through the entire season. You guys can see how we're going to be doing. I think in every simulation I've done so far, experiment video I've done so far, I don't think any of the teams that I've used or user controlled have ever made the playoffs. And you guys can see here that streak does end up continuing. We end up finishing 7-9 on the year. Another team, another simulation, another experiment with a team not making the playoffs. 7-9. You guys can check out the playoff tree right there. It doesn't really matter. We're more here for the stats and everything like that. So you guys can see the stats. They actually were a little less interesting and crazy than I expected them to be. With all the quarterbacks being 99 overall, I kind of expected teams to throw the ball more, and they kind of did. They obviously did throw the ball more than they did rush the ball, but I kind of expected more. But I guess that's kind of how simulations work. Sometimes crazy things happen, sometimes crazy things don't happen. So you guys can see here some of the stats, going over some of the stats, not going over everything, but just some of the passing stats that will matter, and some of the points scored and how many plays they ended up running and everything like that. So we'll show you guys the team stats here, and then we'll head over to the entire league leaders and everything like that, and then we'll check out our team stats that we ended up using for the simulation, and then we'll sim through the playoffs and head out of here really quickly so you guys can check out some of the stats for the passers. 6,600 yards being the most passing yards in the league, and then 68 touchdowns to 8 interceptions being the most touchdowns. Pretty crazy, pretty high amount. Obviously that's many more than the NFL record, but I think I did a simulation before, and stats were pretty similar. This is our guy actually leading the league in interceptions with 24. So that's kind of funny that we ended up picking a team with the guy throwing the most interceptions. But maybe in the next simulation, we'll finally make the playoffs and go from there. So you guys can see the highest receiving touchdowns, 24. Pretty crazy right there. And yeah, so anyways, we're going to see those stats. And then I think we're going to go check out some of our team stats as well. But maybe in the next episode, it'll be more interesting or a little bit different with every quarterback being a 1 overall. Maybe they'll run the ball more than pass the ball. Obviously, they're not going to have a lot of success passing the ball, especially in the last episode. If you guys saw my last experiment with the 1 overall offense, I think our quarterback went like 5 for 500 passing. So that was pretty insane. He had like under a 1% completion percentage. So that's interesting. So that might be interesting in the next simulation to see how teams end up there. And maybe things will go a little bit differently and end up even more crazy. So I love doing these simulations. So if you guys have any suggestions for more simulations, leave them down in the comment section below if you guys are interested in seeing more. But you guys can see Cleveland, the Copperheads, end up coming out on top, winning the championship 24-6. Quickly though, one thing I didn't realize happens is I'm pretty sure it adds up the postseason stats as well. So you guys can check here as I go back in. The stats end up changing for the quarterback for most touchdown passes. I think it was the guy who won the championship, Riggs, right here, throwing 82, including the postseason as well. So anyways, that's an interesting stat to check out. Be interesting if we could have a separate playoff stats section compared to a regular season section. But anyways, that's going to be it for today's episode. If you guys have any more suggestions for more experiments that you guys want to see on the channel, leave it down in the comment section. In the next episode, we'll be doing all quarterbacks being a 1 overall. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I will see you guys